So, what is the theme or message of the novel? The novel I read was *The Hatchet* by Gary Paulson, and on the theme of is man versus nature. Most of it, he employs the themes to such an extent that his literary reputation has been built around it. Paulson writes not only of a man's struggle against nature, but against his own personal and his capability with harmless to nature, demonstrating his love and respect for the nature. Throughout the book, he changes from being more of a city boy to becoming friendly with nature and adapting to his surroundings, basically. The natural setting, which is right in the woods of the whole book, is ideal for his character development, and it tests Brian's strength to resolve and his patience. So, what tool or devices does the author use to communicate the message of the theme reader as like a characterization of plot or symbolism? For example, what character or what event in the novel does the author use to cement the theme? Okay. Brian Robson is a 13-year-old boy whose plane crashes on the way to visit his father. When the pilot dies, he's stranded in the wilderness with nothing but a hatchet, a parting gift from his mother. He quickly adjusts, learning to hunt and defend himself against wild animals. The hatchet is a symbol of survival. Not only this, but it can be a symbol of forgiveness, like he forgave his mother for the affair that she had and what she did, and he was ready to move on. So when he was ready to move on, I felt like that's when he thought he was okay to use the hatchet. Explain or give an example from the text on how the author uses this literary device or vehicle to communicate the theme of the readers. So throughout the book, he undergoes many struggles, many of the same struggles, and animals experiences. Ryan's constant search for food, as well as his efforts to stay safe from the elements and from other animals, facilitates his understanding of them. He encounters the encounters with the wolf, which is when he almost died when the wolf was attacking, and the same exact scenario with a bear happened as well in the book. His encounters with the wolf and the bear provide a particular strong sense of affinity. While Brian initially fears these animals at the start, he soon realizes that they do not intend to hurt him. He establishes a sort of trust with the animals in the woods and soon develops the ability to listen to his instinct in determining whether or not he faces danger around him. Choose a character in the novel and discuss the development throughout the beginning, middle, and the end of the novel. Explain if they are static or dynamic. So, before I get into him, I feel like he's static, personally, because Brown is an exceptionally dynamic character. He demonstrates vulnerability, frustration, and anger at the beginning of the novel. His experience in the North Woods of Canada alter his perspective forever. He learns lessons and adapts qualities that are relevant not only to wilderness but survival as a whole. So he goes from being a city boy with eating cheeseburgers and eating out all the time to becoming, he had a belly on him too. He became more hungry. He became less hungry at the specific times. A newfound connection between the mind and body all contributed to Brian's character development, to his emerging manhood. This is just one of many examples of Brian character development throughout the book. Personally connect to this novel. What is an experience that you have had that is similar to the character or character in the novel? Is there a character or an event in the novel that connects with you? So I connected with Brian, the main character, throughout the text because of his perseverance to overcome any obstacle and have an amazing grit. Those traits are really important to many aspects of life, like achieving something or playing a sport. That's what I connected it to. I connected it to hockey because those are the kind of traits that I idolize, and I want to have those skills while I play the game. That's not it, but I also connected to the experiences that he had in the wild with a hatchet and cutting down trees for shelter and killing animals with weapons to preserve some type of food. It reminded me of the times when I was younger and I would go to my camp with my parents or my family, any type of friends, and go hunting, provide my own food, and getting my own lumber from the wood. And it was just cool to relate to someone in the book that I was reading.